Today finally I put my hands on the brand new Dacia Duster. This is the Eco G, the LPG version, gas and petrol. And in this video, because I don't think it make any sense to make two separate videos like a review and a test drive, I have thought that it's better to somehow blend together in one video. And in this video I will kind of show you the around the car, the interior exterior technical data, but I'm not going to go too much because it's kind of basically it's kind of the same car as I already present on my channel, same interior. The only difference are very minimal, just one button and the possibility to switch from one mode to another, which I will show you in this video. There are a few things to say here. As you probably know, this car, this Eco G, is not sold in all the countries, so there are a few countries which they sold the car. But if you're in Europe, the good part is that you can import it from other country without paying extra taxes, which is a great point if you want to import it from other country. If your country didn't sell this Dacia Duster Eco G, you can import it from other country. And for example, here in Romania, right, you can buy this car from 19,000 euro, the starting price with all the taxes, which is a pretty good price for a big SUV like that with a lot of economy. And let's keep in mind that this car have two different tanks, one tank for the gas and one tank for the petrol, one tank 50 liter and the other one also 50 liters. So this car, Dacia claimed that with this car with two full tanks you can drive up to 1,400 kilometers with full tanks, which is incredible. It's one of the unique cars that you can drive long distances. Plus, let's don't forget that gas, it's more than double cheaper. You know, it's much cheaper than the petrol. So yeah, that would be really a great option if you want to drive an SUV with great efficiency. And also the price from the beginning, it's cheaper, and also the cost, maintenance cost, and the cost as for the energy in the future will be cheaper. Basically right now we have the extreme version, which is kind of the top of the range version, which is not starting from 19,000. Also the cheapest version, if I'm not wrong, it's essential. The essential version come also with different rims and it looks a little bit different, but basically it's the same car, right? This one here, it's extreme. It looks really good. I really love it. Also the color, by the way, on this car, it's extra, so you have to pay extra for it. I think it's the sandstone, if I remember well. The rims are super nice and also come for the extreme version. And also the interior and the mirror caps, of course, with this bronze, but the interior comes with those extreme seats from the extreme version. If you spill some water or juice or coffee, you can wipe it out super easy. So this is something to point out. Plus the carpet, the rubber carpet are from the extreme. The engine is the Eco G. It's a 1 liter petrol engine which run with both type of energy. Now here on this car I have the sleeping pack, and I did a separate video where I show how the sleeping pack it's opening, the price and all the information. Definitely check out that video. The tank for the gas is somewhere under the trunk here. I can't show you right now because we have this sleeping pack, but yeah, keep in mind that it's somewhere under there, so it doesn't bother you at all. And also regarding the switching between different driving modes, you will see it's super smooth. When it comes to brakes, you can see here on the extreme version you have brake discs on the rear, not drum brakes, and on the front you have ventilated brake discs. Other than that, I don't think it makes any sense to show you other things. We will go to technical data in a second. Of course, it comes with a manual transmission, 6-speed. Here is the button, the switch between gas, LPG and petrol. And then you have also the electronic handbrake, and you have also the eco mode and start-stop engine button. Now look at this. For example, right now we are on LPG. You can see on the screen right there it says LPG with green, so that means we are on LPG. And also here when it shows you this tank icon with LPG under, that means you are on LPG running right now. And then you can see also the average consumption. We will test this because this is the most important thing for me. If you switch between those different driving modes, you can hear I will shut up for a while. And voila, it's just changing. You can't hear anything. The engine is running continuously in a super smooth way. And I noticed that also when you drive the car, it's very smooth, the transition. So they did a fantastic job at doing this switch and the way they integrate the system there. Now let me go inside, guys, and before we drive, I want to give you some technical data about the car. Also, I will leave in the description of this video all the technical data, just in case you want to find out everything about this car. You will have it in the description of the video, but I want to give you also a few infos about it. So first of all, very important, as I said, it comes with 1 liter petrol engine, 3 cylinders in line. It's a front wheel drive system connected with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Top speed 163 km/h, 0 to 100 in 14 seconds. Also consumption, we will test it in this video, around 147 grams CO2 emission. Now depend in which mode you are, but keep in mind that if you are in gas mode, you have like 10% less emission, which is pretty great compared with the equivalent petrol engine. Other than that, important to point out is the fact that when you're running in petrol, you have around 91 horsepower, and on gas you have around 101 horsepower, which is a little bit stronger because the gas is somehow more dense when it comes to energy. It can keep more energy in the same size, if that makes sense. Also, you can pull a trailer up to 1,200 kg with brake, turning circle 10.86 meter, and the ground clearance 20.9 centimeters. Those are the most important technical data information. Let's drive the car. We will go on the highway, we will go on the city, we will try all modes, so we will see in the end also the result for the consumption, and also I will give you some information on how it's to drive this car. Another thing before we start driving that I forget to point out is the fact that here, exactly in the same place where you have the tank, you have also the gas fuel cap. So in the same place you can fuel both. Very easy, very simple. So it's nothing changed to the car, basically just that tank. Then you have the button here, and other than that, everything it's basically the same. Now let me put the seat belt. I let the engine run a little bit before we start driving, but it's still not at a half the water on the temperature, but we'll go to half in a short. I think we will start driving on LPG. I will reset also the consumption on the LPG first, and we will go on the highway, and then we will go in the city in the end with some crazy traffic. So I reset the consumption, I will turn around, and let's go to the highway first. So in order to do that, I have to wait to pass these guys, and then I will turn around the car and we will go directly on the highway. So the good part is, when you have such a nice big SUV, is that you don't have to worry too much over big bumps or in areas where the roads are not that good, because your ground clearance is high and the car it's powerful enough to go over big bumps or bad roads without any problem. Anyway, I will activate the eco mode as well, so we can also yeah, I don't think we need more than driving on eco mode, because we need that to drive just simple, normal. I don't want to drive dynamic, aggressive, or pretty fast. I just want to drive like a normal person will drive to work. But we will go on the highway and try to drive also a little bit faster, like a highway speed, to test the consumption. Also from here you can deactivate, very simple, the speed limit warning and other safety feature which the car come with. And by the way, from what I understand from Dacia, they open the orders. From now on you can order the Dacia Duster with heated steering wheel, heated seats, and I'm not sure if you will have the heated windshield. I just forget, but yeah, keep in mind that it comes those features right now on order. So if you will order now a Duster, you can get those features as well, which is very welcome, at least like it is today in the winter. 4 degrees outside, pretty cold, I would say. And yeah, the start stop engine button, it's here. You can see now it's activated, the engine is stop in this moment. Yeah, basically we have 180 kilometer still range on gas. But if we switch between gas and, let me show you, if we switch between gas and petrol, look at this, it's just switching in no time, just like that, you see, and then switching back to gas, boom. It's super simple, it's just a matter of seconds. And I love the fact that the transmission is very smooth. You never feel like it's transiting between one or another. Even when you're driving and you change it, you won't feel anything. And I bet that 80% of the people that will get inside this car and drive the car will probably won't notice that this car, it's an Eco-G and it run on both fuels. Probably most of them will wonder what is this LPG here or something like that, you know. So yeah, I love the way they integrate it. I love the fact that it's super smooth. I like very much this navigation system, to be honest. I'm surprised, like on the budget car like this, you can get such a good navigation system. You can see also information about the traffic and where is traffic with yellow or red or blue. You can get also plenty of point of interest, from hospital to hotels to parking lots to parks to gardens. Even I saw even some book areas, even some dental stuff and wherever. And also of course you have the gas station and plenty of point of interest, also free 3D buildings. Yeah, it's really a good car for the price that they offer it. It's a great car. The steering wheel, it's also nice. You have this great grip. I just talk about all these things a lot. In my previous video with this car, I have so many videos with Dacia Duster, and most of the things are very similar, so it makes no sense for me right now to talk about them. But check out those videos as well if you want to go a little bit deeper in this. Yeah, in this video and for this model, I just want to focus on what is the most important thing and what people want to know about this car. It's consumption and of course the driving feeling. And the driving feeling, I can say from the beginning, I already drive it yesterday. It's like you're driving a petrol engine. It's nothing different. It's basically the same feeling. Also when you're driving on gas, it's just maybe a little bit more powerful on gas. It feels just slightly, it's something just, yeah, you notice, but it's just barely noticeable. And also the difference between eco mode, like we are now, and normal mode. On normal mode you feel immediately how the car, it gives you more power and you feel like it's more responsive. So that you definitely feel the difference there. Now we will go on the highway on gas mode. We will try to drive a little bit faster, and then we do the same tour also on the highway on petrol mode, and we will see the difference in consumption. And then we will go in the city and we will drive in the city on traffic, and then they're the same. We do half of the city, we travel the whole city, half of the city in gas, half of the city in petrol, and we will see every single part of the trips, what will be the consumption for every driving mode, right? And yeah, we are in Bucharest, one of the crowded city in the world, so it's the perfect place to test the consumption in real life. Now we go out on the highway. We are in LPG. We have 13.6 liter consumption until now. The temperature of the water engine, it's perfect now. It's in the middle, so it's a little bit colder outside. And we have winter tires. Keep in mind that, because in the end of the video that will count, because the winter tires will add a little bit more consumption. The car definitely have under 10,000 kilometers, so probably over 10,000 you can get the better consumption. We drive here, we try to drive to keep it at around highway speed. We can grow a little bit the speed. You can pass other cars without any problem. You have more than enough power, even in eco mode. So we are in eco mode right now, so you have no problem regarding the power here. Even though at first sight you will think like maybe 1 liter 100 horsepower, maybe it's not that powerful, but yeah, I don't know, I just drive it in eco mode and also on the highway, and I feel like I have more than enough power. I don't know why the car, it feels more powerful than 100. I don't know, it's just me, or I just feel that. So right now we keep it at 120, and then we try to come back on the other side, probably at faster pace, but here just want to keep it at around this speed. I think 120 for yeah, most of the people, most of the country, it's a proper speed. 124, we can go a little bit higher. 26. And then we have to go out here on the first exit. We have 10.9 liter consumption until now. You saw like 120. What I would say is that I think between 60 km per hour and 90 km per hour, somewhere there, is the perfect spot for the consumption in both modes. So like almost every other car. So there you can get the best consumption. Right now we have 10.5 for highway speeds. We will go back again. We try also driving faster if we can go with the traffic, with the flow, and then we switch the mode and we make an idea. You know, I can drive for long distances, but this is a good point of reference because I noticed that even if I drive longer, you know, kind of the same driving mode but a little bit longer, I noticed that the consumption, it stays between there, so it's not a big difference even if I drive 100 km or I drive 20, 25, 30 km like here. So it makes no sense to drive more, so that's why. Also, I like the stalk. Even if it's manual, it's easy to change the gears, which is important for me because I don't want to stress too much. I don't want to search for the gear lever and stuff like that. It's easy to change the gears, it's easy to drive, easy to go around, so that's important. In eco mode, indeed, when you start driving, when you begin driving, it gives you the power a little bit slower, but once you start driving, like once you have already some speed, then it pull up pretty well, so it doesn't matter. But in the beginning it gives you a little bit slower. So in the beginning you need to be not in eco mode if you want to go a little bit faster. But yeah, whatever. Now we go back on the highway on this side. And then we try to drive a little bit faster on the way back. Now on the way back, I feel like it's more windy from the front. I think the wind is blowing from the front end, so it's a little bit more powerful. But the car has still pretty good power. It sits really well at high speed, so it has good stability. Try to keep the speed around 125 130. Keep it around here just for a while, and then we will slow down because we go close to the city. And until now we have 10.5. So usually the gas will use more energy than the petrol, but the gas is much more expensive, much more cheaper. So that means double more cheaper than the petrol, at least in some countries. So anyway, it's more cheaper, the gas. And even if consume more on gas, you get more economy, because you have to pay less for the gas, even if you use a little bit more than on petrol. And you will see that also at the end of this trip. So we have exactly in this place, we will do another tour, 10.2 liters. And right now what I want to do, guys, is just switching between driving modes while we're driving, just like that. So I'm just switching right now. Right now, you saw it's just the transition, it's crazy smooth, you don't even feel it. I press the button and I'm not sure if I did already the transition or not. So yes, I did it, because I can see right there in the front. So the transition was made extremely smooth. Now again, same trip, same speed on the way back, but in petrol mode. So keep in mind 10.2, right? So it was 10.2 for the gas on the highway, around there, right? So yeah, more or less in general you can kind of make an idea. But from my tests, even if I drive longer distances at the same speed, the consumption will be the same. So I find the perfect place, perfect spots, perfect distance to test those consumptions out. So yeah, can be better. For the test, it's perfect. Now you will see, and I'm pretty sure that on the petrol we will get better result, better economy, but the petrol, it's more expensive. So if the gas it's around 70 cents per liter, the petrol it's 170 or something like that, 170 or 90, yeah, around there. So again here 120, 125. I try to keep it at around this speed. I don't want to exceed this speed, so this will be the speed that I want to hold. And again, as I said, even if I drive in eco mode, I still have plenty of power to drive on the highway, and I really recommend you, if you get the Duster, to drive on eco mode most of the time, because you can save some fuel. So we have 125, 120, 125. That was the speed here. Then on the way back, and then here we have to go out. So we have 7-liter consumption until now, which is very good at those kind of speeds. It's pretty good, man. And keep in mind, we have the slip pack on the trunk there. Slip pack have around 45-50 liters, so we have some weight also in the car, even though you don't even feel it or you hear it. Keep in mind that we have like a child in the car, so it adds some weight to the consumption, plus winter tires, which count, you know, in the summer should be much better in terms of consumption. 6.4, 6.3 here. Wow, it goes really down in terms of consumption, so it's very good. Also, it sits very well on the curves. They improved the anti-roll bars, as I talk in the test drive video when I did first the test drives with the car. So that counts a lot for the stability of the car, also on highway at high speeds. 6.2 liters, which is very good from my point of view. Now we will go on the other side, the same story on the same track, but this time we will try to drive maybe a little bit faster, if that will be possible. If not, that's okay. But yeah, I will try to keep the same speed as on the previous we have this truck in the front, 6.3 liters. Very good consumption, to be honest. I'm quite surprised. And in the cold, with winter tires, with some weight in the back, it's pretty good. Yeah, probably, to be honest, I will get this version. I'm a big fan of hybrid version. I will get first the hybrid because it has automatic transmission, it's much more easy to drive, much more comfortable for me personally. But if I want a super economical SUV, efficient with a good price, definitely I will choose this Eco G version. Plus, you can drive up to 1,400 kilometers with both tanks full, right? So that's very important when you do long distances. And also it's important because you put the gas and you pay much less than on the petrol. Now going back on the track, again, here you can feel a little bit the wind. I think it's hitting from the front a little bit stronger. Yeah, this time I keep it more steady at 125, 130, 120. It comes also with lane assist, so the car, if you go outside the lanes, it's kind of push you back between the lanes. You can see some safety features that Dacia had on this new version, plus the blind spot view monitoring in the corners, so it's kind of try to keep you between the lanes if you go outside, which is a great add-on. Now we approaching the city and the end point, and then we will go in the city, and then we will have a lot of traffic today. I know that, because yeah, it's kind of the, I'm not going directly in the traffic where everybody go to work. It's a little bit after, but still will be plenty of traffic. And this is, yeah, one of the most crowded city in the world, so you can see the good real test. So 6.7, we are approaching the, you can see the difference. It's quite big, almost 3 liters between them. And I will switch it after in the petrol mode. So let's wait until the end point where I reset it, and then we will reset it again. So almost there, 6.5 liters and 6.4. Look at this, 6.4. Wow, it's like almost 3 liters and something. Yeah, pretty good. I'm super happy with this result, at least on petrol mode. 6.4. I didn't expect that, to be honest. I was expect to be a little bit higher. Now we will go in the city, and what I want to do now is just reset again the consumption. I press the OK, wait a little bit, flickering, and then now it's reset. And right now we will drive half of the way. We have 15 kilometers, right? Half of the way I will drive on petrol, and half of the way we will drive on gas. So, and we will see the result in the end. I'm really curious to see, but I'm super happy with the numbers until now. So this will be the trip, and you can see also navigation. We have traffic here, traffic, and somewhere in the middle, because 15 kilometers, 7 kilometers, I will do it with petrol, like we are now in petrol mode, and then 7 kilometers we will do on gas. And also important to point out, man, when I get yesterday, the car in petrol mode was 130 kilometers. Now it's 120, and on the other, on the gas, it's 170, and it was 190. It's incredible. I mean, it's really true. You can do with this car 1,400 kilometers, up to 1,400 kilometers, over 1,000 kilometers you can do without any problem with this car. It's impressive, at least for long trips. Whew, it's crazy good. Yeah, I don't know, man. Dacia makes such a good cars. I'm a big fan of what Dacia did, and I think in the future will be better and better. And yeah, at some point where we'll be between the best. Yeah, Renault Group, it's really strong these days. Really strong. It comes strong from behind with the cars and releases that they made. Again, start-stop engine was running. Try to drive in the speed limit, like in the city. Don't want to exceed the speed, but also drive with the traffic, you know. I don't want to drive too slow or too fast, you know, just with the flow, you know, like the traffic goes. Degrees outside right now in this moment. start to go a little bit warmer, but it's still cold. It's still cold. And by the way, until now the climatic system it's off. I just forget to turn it on, I guess, and I'm not going to turn it on right now because it will broke the consumption. But keep in mind it's off for this trip, for this test. It's completely off. But we have winter tires and we have that sleeping pack, 50 kilograms in the pack, so good to point out. We have 4 liters until now because it was the kind of a perfect conditions, not too much traffic. But now we start to have some stop and goes, and then we will see where it goes from here. The start-stop engine system, it's stop. Also the car comes with some cool features like all road info, you know, it shows you the position of the car, the degrees of the car, it shows you the front camera if you go off-road, you can see the side cameras. On this version we have also this 360 degrees camera which shows you what happened around it. Pretty cool stuff. And of course you have also the 360 degrees camera, which you can activate it separately from the menu. And you have many other info like driving assistance. Here you can deactivate different driving modes, depend which one you want to have it on. The comfort, long distance warning, parking features, active brake, traction control. What else? On the settings you have all the settings of the car. You probably saw it because I go in all these different menus in a different video. And on the vehicle here, yeah. What else? Here are the apps: Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless. All the apps that you can install are around here, and you can install also different apps from here, from the App Store. The car is connected to the internet, and you have also Amazon Music here, navigation, which is great, and even Spotify you have here. How cool is that? So you have Spotify in this price range. The car offers you plenty of stuff. I'm definitely surprised. But the navigation, it's one of my favorite features. It's really good. And I noticed that they made some software update from the previous time when I drive the car a few months ago, and with those software updates it seems to work really good. I mean, it seems to be much more responsive. It shows you also the speed limiter. It's really good. Look at the traffic. You can see traffic in real time. You can see the buildings, the areas around here, the point of interest, and it's crazy responsive. And I like the screen that it's tilted to the driver, so it's perfect. I can reach it perfectly from here, you know. And also physical button for climatic system, hazard light button, controller for the media, and physical button here. Super good, super convenient. I like it. Really, it's nice. Armrest is good. This one is placed pretty well here, so nothing to complain, to be honest. Downhill assist, you have it here in traction control. You can also manage it from there. Quite nice. Now we had some stop and go scenarios around here. We have 5.3 liters until now. It's growing a little bit, but then we will have some traffic. You can see the car knows already that it's traffic ahead, which is very good. Look, I hate when people park like that close to the crosswalk, because you can see the person that's crossing around there. And I don't know, I drive in all Europe, but only here in this city, when you see the cars park close to that crosswalk, and usually the law say that 50 meter you're not allowed to park. 15 meter, how is 50 meter? Until here. So from here until the crosswalk you're not allowed to park the car. Yeah, but for some of them that doesn't matter, man. I mean, look at this guy. He's just parking directly on the crosswalk. Now he wanna go a little bit backward. Doesn't matter. Anyway, it's not allowed. because you don't see the person that walk. That's why it's happening here, a lot of stuff, a lot of accidents. What I love about Duster, you see here the road is not that good, and we have this railway from the tram, and yeah, you know, with the Duster you have higher ground clearance, great protection around the car and on the side for the paint, and big tires, big size tires, so you can go everywhere without any problem. So that's something that I love driving this car, because you don't have to worry that you're scratching it or that you're going around here where the roads are bad. The car, it's managing perfectly, you know, like you're having an off-roader all the time with you. 5.7 liters. So you see, we start going in this super nice, cute traffic, perfect for testing the consumption, stop and go and stuff like that. So that's important. I know many people will drive like this in these kind of conditions, so they want to know what will be the numbers, and that's good. We still have 13 kilometers. When I reach 7 kilometers, I will reset it to gas. Right now we are on petrol. We have 5.8 liters consumption until now, and on the highway was like 6.4, which was good at that speed. If I imagine if I drive 80 kilometers per hour constantly, or if I drive in Switzerland or Germany with the speed limit 70, 80, probably I will get around even 4.5 liter. I'm really curious. Yeah, as I said, stop and go, stop and go. It's perfect for what we need. So we get some traffic around here because it's a crosswalk, and here pass usually many people all the time in this area. This is so crazy. I mean, driving in this city, it's really a sport. It's really a heavy duty sport. Yeah, you know, for this type of conditions, I would love to have the hybrid version, the automatic one, because changing the gears so many times is like, oh, it's fun in the beginning when you're just driving, you know, like here, but when you're stop and go, it's like, oh man. That's why probably, I don't know, depend now. I tell you, if you want to save money and drive efficient and pay a good price, go for Eco G. But if you want to have comfort and relax and enjoying the car, really, yeah, I think the hybrid version will make more sense. So 6.2 liters until now. Again, Look at this building, man. It's really, really the same as in reality. What? So cool. Look at the building. It's the same shape. What I notice also in the city is that the people really care about efficiency, and they try to save energy from the car, from the battery, because they never turn the signals. Just a few people turn the signals, and they probably try to not burn the lights or save some energy, because when you turn the signal, it's just like using more energy from the battery. So they like 80% of the people, they never use the turning signal. They just come in, go out. And if you look in the law, it says like every change of direction have to be shown, right? So the people around you know what you are supposed to do. So yeah, not many people remember what they learn in school, probably. How much? 6.4. We still have 11 kilometer. We still have to go. Now we have 110, but man, plenty of gas. Really plenty of gas. I had a super limited time with the car from yesterday at 3 p.m. until today, until 12. I have to give the car back, and I don't have too much time. That's why I try to convey all this information in one video and not split it in many videos. Usually when I split it in more videos, it's better, because I can somehow give you better information and a little bit more testing. But now I can test it real with you, like, and yeah, that's good too. I like it. But will be a long video. Will be a very long video. Go in now. But you can go in the same time with me, man. Look at this guy, man. It's just incredible. He go over those. There was like this curve, right? This big curve, and it goes over the curve. Yeah, but when you have a GLC, you don't care. I mean, if you scratch the rims, GLE, sorry, you scratch the rims, you can buy another one. I mean, another car if you scratch the rims. If you have money for a GLE, it's normal. Anyway, 6.7. Still 11 kilometers. You see heavy traffic. I promise you that. I promise you it's heavy traffic. It is. What a better test could be than this super traffic around here. You. And again, stop and go, and the consumption is going higher. 6.9 liter, and it's still good. 6.9 liter for these conditions is still good. I'm expecting to be a little bit higher, probably around 8.5. I'm not sure, but I think that we will see in the end. But I'm expecting that we still have plenty of distance to go, and in the end it's good because we have traffic in the end as well for the gas version, so it's pretty fine. 6.9, pretty fine. You have two USB-C ports, by the way, a 12-volt port here. Here you have a wireless charging, you can charge your phone wireless, and you have rubber, I like that. Some cup holders, armrest is great, very well positioned. Come on guys, move it. All this stop and go will just make the car consume more energy. This is the most demanding. It's when the car have to stop and then go, and stop and go is the most demanding task for the car, and then again starting the engine and running and stuff like that, because you have to move all the weight from zero, and you move all the weight of the car, and when you're running already it doesn't matter, but when you're stop and go you move all the time that weight, so the engine have to work a little bit harder, use more energy, so it's kind of normal. Now I have to pay attention to the numbers, to the navigations, to properly set it up at around 7 kilometers. 9.9, another 2 kilometers. We have to also pay attention to the numbers. 6.8 liter. Wow, it's fine. Now probably we'll go lower because we have this straight area. 6.7. Yeah, and then we have another traffic up here in the front. 6.6. And we have 9 kilometers to go. Another 2, and then we switch. I think I will switch at around 8. 6.5 liter. It's pretty fine, pretty good. You have also electric windows, and then you have electric adjustable mirrors, which is very easy to adjust the mirrors. .6, 9.1, 1 kilometer and something to go. You see this guy, I let him go and it didn't even say thank you. .6. It's good. 8.9 kilometer. I think after this curve I will switch it to LPG after this intersection where we have traffic here, but very, very good number. From my point of view, in this traffic, it's very good. 6.6 is very, 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 very good. Now, also winter tires, also that sleeping pack in the back, extra, so that counts, right? Super nice. To be honest, I didn't expect. We are in eco mode, by the way. We drive in eco, and the climatic system is off completely. Yeah, at 6 degrees it starts to be warmer and warmer inside. It's perfect. I think it's around, I don't know, I think inside it's around 18, 19 degrees. I think 19 degrees, something like that. Anyway, for me it's super fine. I don't like heat anyway, so too much heat, so it's a good temperature for me. Probably here we have this tram which should pass. No, it's okay. I have space here. Yeah, so we have 6.7 liter consumption. I think we should switch it, right? 8.7 kilometer. Anyway, this is the trip, and then we have some traffic and straight. Yeah, better to switch it now. I think it's better to switch it now. So keep in mind, city 6.7 will be around here anyway. And then we go down here, check this out, press it, LPG, boom, switch, 170 kilometer in LPG. And right now we are in LPG. We can check the consumption as well. So I think was the best idea to somehow make it parts, like highway, and then make everything in one video, so you have everything compact here. I will try to maybe make some points, you know, like in the video where you can jump directly to the part that's interesting for you. And this, if you get the essential version, basically is the most affordable Dacia Duster which you can buy. This Eco G essential version, and 19,000 euro starting price with basic rims and color. I think it's a fantastic price for an SUV with these kind of systems, with 2 tanks, over 1,000 kilometer driving, the same driving feeling, same, yeah, gearbox, same engine. It's pretty fine car, man. Probably, if I think better, I don't know if you can get a cheaper SUV with better consumption than this one, because in the end, and I'm not talking about numbers consumption, I'm talking about paying consumption. I mean how much you pay to move the car from point A to point B. And if you get this one with Eco G and you drive on gas, I don't think it's other car cheaper to run. And if we compare it with a hybrid version, I think this one in the end, even though the hybrid have a great potential to consume less energy in the end, I think this one will get you more savings. It will get you to save more money, because in the end, after many years of paying less for the gas and driving more on the gas than on petrol, after many years, you probably, if the price will stay the same for the gas or lower or something like that, this distance will keep, then I think it's a little bit more cheaper to run this. Plus you pay less money. With the hybrid, if I remember well, the hybrid, you have to pay from 26,000 or something like that. So you still have to pay for the hybrid around 5,000 extra. It's fantastic. I mean, I will go for hybrid because I like the automatic transmission. It's easy to drive in the city. Yeah, it's more comfortable. You can enjoy more the car and not always stress to change the gears, at least in the city. But if you want economy, man, I mean, go for essential Duster Eco G. Then you can add some extras, 350 euro for, if I'm not wrong, for the extra options like navigation, like rims, color. Yeah, I don't know if you really need color doesn't matter, but you can add heated seats or heated steering wheel. Now you have it also in the configurator. From what I understand, they bring it on the configurator. So yeah, definitely one of the car that I have on my top list, and one of the car that I think totally deserve the money. And it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's raw. It's strong. It looks strong. It is strong, and you can go off road with it, and you can carry stuff with it. You don't worry if someone scratch it or hit it. It's not, the maintenance in service is not that expensive, and even the pieces, if something is broken, it's not so expensive to change it in the end. So now we have 13 minutes, 5.9 kilometer to go, 7.5 liter consumption on LPG until now. We didn't have too much traffic, but we will have for sure in the next, we will have for sure around here. We have to wait a little bit, these guys to pass. When you are in eco mode, you don't feel the difference in terms of petrol or gas. When you put it in normal mode, you feel like the gas, it's a little bit quicker, like it has a faster response, it's a little bit more dense, the energy there. Seven 7.6. Now we will have some traffic at the end of this street. We have some traffic there. $7.4. It goes down. Usually the gas use more energy, so we will have a bigger consumption, but cheaper price when you buy it. I'm super surprised how the gas is never ending. I mean, I take it yesterday before I drive first time, and I have 190, and now I have 170. It's crazy how much gas I still have left, and also petrol. Didn't use too much. That's the good part. Now we stop here, and then we will have like this stops and stops and stops, and that's good for the test. 7.9. If I will get the consumption under 9, I think it's good. I think it's under 8, it's very good, but under 9 it's also good. I get yesterday, I tested and I drive in super crowded, also past the whole city in the traffic and so on, and I have around 10.2 or something like that. That was also fine for the traffic that I had. And again, stop and go, as I said, a lot of stop and go around here. Still 4 kilometers. We need probably more than 8 minutes like the car said. So 8.3 now, still getting more traffic and more, and I guess we will have more traffic ahead. Yes. I'm super happy that I managed to get the car for doing this test. That was really important for me because I think this car it's one of the most important version of SUV that you can buy these days in Europe at least. And yeah, as I said, guys, if you are living in a country where you cannot buy this version, you can, if you are in Europe, you can import it from other country without paying too much taxes. And there are companies that do that if you don't like to do it yourself, but you can do it yourself and you can get a car at a good price. But what you have to check, if in your country or in your area you have enough gas fueling stations, right? Because if you don't have gas fueling stations around you, then make no sense to get it. Better go with hybrid. But if you have plenty of gas fueling stations and you don't have this version in your country, you can basically buy it from other country, like Romania, for example. Just buy it from here, from a dealer, and then you just import it in your country. $8.5 liters. 'Another thing that I recommend you if you would buy Dacia Duster, it's trying to buy a better air filter, a better quality air filter. Try to find online. Probably you'll find something more expensive, right? But more expensive will filtrate the air better if you're living in a crowded city with a lot of pollution. So that's an extra option, not only for this car, but for yeah, many cars that doesn't have basically all the cars, I will definitely recommend you to go and buy a filter, an extra filter, you know, high quality filter, because the air that you breathe inside is very important. So yeah, I would say that 8.6, it's good, it's good. I'm happy. I told you, under 9 it's good. Something happened with this car ahead. We're gonna have to change the lanes here if I can manage to do that. Eight seven, 2 kilometers to go. So probably this is the last part where we stop and have some traffic. Then we'll kind of roll a little bit better for the last kilometer. So 8.7, I'm guessing 8.5. Man, I'm so good. I told you a little bit earlier, will be around 8.5. And no matter, I know I test so many cars, and no matter if even if I drive another round, the same round in the city, if I go there back and then back here and back there and back here, kind of the same traffic, even less or more, will be kind of the same, around same numbers. So yeah, I said under 9 it's good, under 8 it's very good. I'm happy with the numbers that I get and with the numbers that the car gets. We have 8.8 until now, which is good. Still under 9, which is super fine. 8.6. Now I told you we will roll a little bit around here. Then we will have another stop around here. And just want to wash the car before I give it back. And we will stop at the wash center. 8.5. Yes, exactly what I told you. This is good. This is good. I'm happy with the gas and also with the petrol. 6.485. It's very good. It's very good numbers. Definitely with those numbers I can reach 1,000 kilometers. Come on, guys. Still 170. Impressive. So, car wash. here. I want to wash the car before I give it back. So 8.7, we lost a little bit of energy here, but that's the number, guys. 8.7. Here you have the handbrake, and 8.7 was the consumption on gas in the city. So that was the video. I hope you enjoy it. It was a long video, but I hope you get some useful information from here. From my point of view, it's good. The numbers are good. The car, it's great. For the price, nothing to say. I will leave in the description all the technical data. If you have questions, ask me down below. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay close. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That will help me a lot. And yeah, see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.